You have probably heard the saying, you need money to make money. But what is if I told you, you don't need money to make money? Here is 5 things you need to start a business with no money. Hi, my name is Karmin Habibi and welcome to the global Habibi family. Well, if you're new to me, I run an online female entrepreneurs goal-getters club, and this is all about how to set, achieve and maintain your goals year after year. Before we're going to get into this topic, first of all, I want to welcome you to this community, and I want you to know that you're here not by accident, because we're here not only about information but implementation. So what you're about to hear is going to be practical tools that you can implement in your business and in your life. In this episode, I will be sharing with you the 5 steps of how to start a business with no money. Well, I can say this with confidence because I have started my business with no money, no resources, no opportunities, and no big fan base at all. So anyone can do this. So let's start first with the first one. And I want you to make sure to stay until the end because the last one is so juicy and you want to make sure that you don't miss this out. So the first step for you is make a decision. What does that mean? Well, make a decision that you are gonna make it happen. A decision is this. A decision is cutting out all options. There's a yes or a no. So you're going to make a decision to become a resourceful person. You're going to make a decision to make it happen no matter what. And one of my favorite quotes that kept me through when I started out my business is this. It's from Robin Sharma and it says, "Change is hard at the beginning. It is messy in the middle and it's gorgeous at the end." So it's just for you to have an awareness where you're at in your journey right now. Are you at the beginning? Probably if you're watching this, you are at the very beginning. So I just want to assure you, when you make a decision, you need to trust the process that it's going to be messy at the beginning. However, keep the end in mind because the end is gorgeous. Step number 2 for you to create a business with no money is actually a principle, and that principle is called desire. Desire, I was inspired to create this because I read this book called Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. It is second most sold book next to the Bible. And this book has got the principle. The first principle is the principle of desire. So first of all, you must have a desire. Something needs to spark inside of you for you to start a business in the first place. Maybe you are in a place where you're working in a soul-crushing place. You have been doing this for so long and you're sick and tired, you're getting back home late, you don't have time to do the things that you enjoy doing. And this started a spark inside of you, a desire to do something that you love that's going to fuel you. So it's important that this desire is also fueled with your own desire and not somebody else's desire for you. A lot of times we make decisions and we make especially business decision or starting the business because we see other people having successful businesses and we want to be like them. But let me ask you this. Do you want to start a business, or do you want to start a business because you saw someone else's limelight on social media? So first of all, make sure, is it something that you really want? Because it is going to demand work from you. It is going to demand energy from you. At the very beginning stage, when you're starting a business, you need to set up your mind that it is going to demand a lot from you. Are you willing to go there? And the way that is going to pull you and push you to create this is to have a deep desire that must come from you. So which actually this is going to lead me to the third step. And this third step is a push and pull. How I started my business with no money is I had something that pulled me to start my business. I didn't want to be pushed. So for example, when I was working in jobs and when I have jobs, I used to get pushed by my bosses. And they were telling me what time I had to have lunch, what time I had to do things, and I wanted to be the boss for myself. So I created a compelling vision for myself, for my life. And I made a very clear decision that this is what I wanted. And that decision, that vision that I've created pulled me towards this. So I recommend you strongly that you create a vision for yourself, that you get clarity of what is it that you want. And most importantly, why do you want it? Why do you want to start a business? If you don't get clear on your why, you will never get there. And when you get there, you will not understand why you got there. Or the worst thing is, what happens if you achieve the success and you started the business and you got the clients, but you don't feel fulfilled. So you want to make sure that you have a compelling vision. So I give you an example of what that pull can look like for you. It may come in the form of freedom. Maybe you want to create freedom for yourself and for your family. And this freedom can come in the form of time. You want to create time freedom so you can invest it with family and with friends and just doing the things that feed your soul, feed your spirit. Or it can come in the form of money. You are a luxurious lady. You like to go shopping, you like to travel, you like to good things in life, and you like to enjoy life at its fullest. Or maybe you're also driven, maybe you're like me, you're driven by expansion and by growth. You want to invest that money. You want to invest into growing your business, into bringing your message out to the world. So if this is you, then definitely what you need to get clear of is creating a compelling vision for your life. Creating a compelling vision for your business. How do you want your business to be? Who do you want to benefit from this business? Whose problems are you going to be solving? Do you know that there's people out there who need what you have to offer? So how to start a business with zero money is, first of all, have a pull towards this vision. If you don't have a pull, it's gonna be tough in the journey at times, and you need something to pull you to get out there. Step number 4 is C for confidence. Yes, you are starting a business, you have no experience, you are in an uncertain place, and you are asked to be certain. Well, I know it can be challenging. However, it is very important that you understand that confidence is something that you can build. And the way that you build it is actually, it's a skill. It's something that the more you say that you're gonna do something and you're doing it, you're building confidence. And it can come in a very simple form. Let's say, for example, you promised yourself that you're gonna wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. However, the next day comes and then you put the snooze alarm button on and you do not wake up at 5 a.m. Well, what you're actually doing there is you're decreasing your confidence because you're lying to yourself. And what you want to do instead is you want to build that confidence muscle. So every time you make a promise to yourself, you deliver on that promise. So it can start with those small things. And believe it that this will have a huge impact in your business as well. Because the more certainty and confidence you can build within yourself, that energy transfers to your ideal prospects and clients. And you need certainty when you start. You need clarity when you start. So one of my favorite quotes, you know that I love quotes. It's actually from Marie Forleo. And the way that we get clarity is clarity comes by movement. So you can think that when you started a business, you need a big business plan and you need to sit down and strategize and meditate and pray and do affirmations all day long. Well, that is all great tools, but what you really need is to make a move. You need to start taking the necessary steps, and clarity really comes by movement. So all you need to focus on right now, which is going to lead me as well to the next one, which is one of the most important when you start a business with zero money, is having clarity and just starting to take the next steps. One of the ways that you need to think of to get clarity is, what are the IGA? IGA stands for income generating activities. What are the IGAs that you need to do on a daily basis that's going to generate the income for you in your new business so you can start a business with zero money? Well, you know, I share this here now with confidence because I have started my business with zero money. And I know how tough it can be when you don't have resources, you don't have opportunities, you don't have people, and you don't know where to start. So the way that I did it is I learned how to become R for resourceful. I learned very quickly that generating income in your business is done when you master certain skills, and that skill is called sales. So when you start learning about sales, when you start learning about the art of persuasion and how to attract ideal clients, you will be able to hone that skill in and actually generate income and get more clarity. But the first step for you is to actually really get clarity on what the next step is. And the next step is to think about IGAs and what are the income generating activities in your business that you can do right now before you actually have the big business plan. So the first step that you need to do is to get out, to speak to the ideal prospects, to speak to people who need what you have to offer, and communicate with confidence and certainty the results that you're bringing to them, the problems that you're solving for them. And that translates into sales, and that translates into money. Okay, so here's the last one, and I promise you it's gonna be juicy, because this is something that all of you can start with right now. And I kind of led into it with point number 4 and mentioned it, but it is so important that it needs its whole own category. So the last one is R for resourcefulness. When you start a new business, what you need to look at is what you actually have instead of what you don't have. A lot of times when we start a business, we always tend to look at the things like, I don't have the money, I don't have the people, I don't have the resources. However, if you start to focus more of what you actually do have, because also another one of my favorite quotes is, what you focus on expands. And that goes so true when you want to start up a business with no money. So you do not want to focus on that you don't have money when to start a business. Even though this is a clickbait, how to start a business with no money. The practical, the real thing is that you start to do this by not focusing of not having money. What you need to focus on, what is it that you actually can have? Do you have, let's say, $100, £100, whatever it is? How to turn this amount of money, the £100 or $100 or €100, whatever currency you're in, how to turn this into £1,000, how to turn this into £10,000. So you need to think like a multiplier. How can you become resourceful? How can you list things that you have? What is if it's not money that you have right now, but there's people that you thought you don't have the support, but I'm sure in your time, if you actually go and dig in deep, there will be people that will actually willing to support you. And the only way that you can find out is when you go out and communicate effectively what your vision is. So all the points that we discussed at the beginning are so crucial and so important for you to build up on, because you need to first have a pulling vision that you are excited about. Because when you're excited, your ideal clients are excited. When you're excited, everybody else around you is excited. However, when you're running from an empty cup and you look at the things that you don't have, you will really suffer in your business, and especially at the beginning phase. So again, going back to the quote from Robin Sharma, it is so true. Change is hard at the beginning, and just setting up your mind and making that decision that you're gonna do it in the hard time, and you're gonna enjoy the process in the hard time. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I want to reward you because you're very new to my YouTube channel, and I've got more to come for you. So as I promised, there's more into the story of how I started my business with 0 resources, no money, and how you can do this too. I wrote this book, as I mentioned previously. It's called The Art of Goal Getting. It is designed for leaders. It is designed for people who want to express and be, do, and have more. So in this book, you will learn exactly how to set, achieve, and maintain your goals year after year. So you can access this book for free in the link in the description box. And you just go to the link and you can download the whole book completely for free. This is just a simple thank you from me, because I am still new on this YouTube world and I want to get to know you. I want to acknowledge you that you're still here, and if you're vibing with my energy, well, there is more to come. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what was your biggest aha moment, because we discussed earlier that it's not only about information, but it's about implementation. So what are you going to do with what you have learned in this episode? What is the one aha moment that if you were to take action on right now is going to have the greatest impact in your business and your life? Let me know in the comments, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. Until the next episode, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.